These men out here done lost their fucking minds. How you gonna tell somebody, you fine, let me get your Instagram, I'm gonna talk to you, da-da-da. And I say, okay, buy me a hot dog from the corner lady. He gonna say, you wildin'. You can't buy me a hot dog, but you wanna talk to me?
For clarification, Miss Lady, it's not about the hot dog. It's really the principle. All the dude is trying to do is to get to know you, get your Instagram. He's probably interested in you. And the first thing you hit him up with is, yo, buy me a hot dog. Bro, we just want to talk. We just trying to get to know you. Like, why you got to push a purchase on us, yo? Like, it's not about the price of the hot dog, right? Because we could afford a $5 hot dog. That's not a problem. It's just a matter that we trying to talk to you and you hit us with the, oh, buy me a hot dog first. Come on, bro. Why does everything have to be transactional? And this is the problem with our generation nowadays. Everything's transactional. Everything's about money. Shit gotta stop.
This one's for the guys. Do you guys not shoot your shot with women in person anymore? Because I did go on this date with this guy that I met with on Circa, and he was great. He was, good looking, had a good job. We had really good conversation. But he literally told me that he wouldn't have the confidence to go up to me if we were at a bar, which I don't really understand because he is a good looking guy. I don't understand why he wouldn't have the confidence to do so. So is this a universal thing? Do men just not approach women as much anymore?
She doesn't understand why men no longer make the first move. Men are mocked, talked down to, and labeled creeps for something as small as a look. As a result, many men have stepped away and chosen to go their own path.
What's your type? Can you approach me?
Yeah, that's so true.
Me? I'll give you eye contact, but it's just I gave you 3 seconds, maybe half a second. But you should know that that's enough. That is the welcome in. That should be it. That's just if I look at you and I look away and you can't smile. You have to make sure you don't really smile too much. Because then that's cringe. It's you might as well be approaching them. If now you walk up to me, it's okay, you passed the first test. If your ass stands there for another half an hour, ugh.
Modern women won't even offer basic courtesy or respect, yet they're confused when men actively avoid them at every opportunity.
I've seen a few videos now come across my For You page of women being like, why aren't men talking to us in public anymore? And men saying, oh, it's because you embarrass us, and so that's why we don't want to talk to you anymore. But what I think is conveniently being left out of this conversation is why women would choose to preemptively say something instead of waiting for you to start a conversation, realizing halfway through it that you're not a safe person, and at this point it's too late. I'm AFAB non-binary. I have the lived experience of a woman, but also most of the time I dress androgynously, and dressing androgynously does not help. I can dress like a guy, I can have short hair, I can look like a teenage boy and still have men come up to me and do or say something inappropriate. So I can only imagine what it's like for the conventionally attractive women out there who are dealing with this. I have a story about an experience that I had in a bar with a guy, and I have some pictures of some DMs that I've received from men, because from the videos that I've seen, most men are saying, hey, it's safer for us just to DM. Safer. Being embarrassed is gonna kill them. And I will tell you right now, if this is how you guys were starting conversations in public, that's probably why you're being scared off with people barking at you, because this is unacceptable. So my story starts a couple years ago when Pokemon Go really got big. Me and my best friend and my ex-husband were out playing Pokemon Go. We had stopped at a bar for a drink. We were up at the bar. It wasn't all that crowded, but there were enough people around that there wasn't much room if you wanted to get up for a drink. So we were standing at the bar. To my left was my best friend and my husband who were talking to the bartender. To my right is this bigger, older man. He was probably mid-50s, early 60s, and he had a girl who looked barely legal hanging off of him, and she was very, very drunk. He took one look at me. The only thing this man said to me was, do you get embarrassed easily? And I said, sometimes. This man proceeds to take his entire hand, grab my ass, and pinch and pull up and go, this is nice. We were in public. I've always had a fawn response when stuff like this happens. He was not the first and he was not the last. The last one to do this was actually my ex-father-in-law, who was a corrections officer, and he did it for years. So you can maybe start to see why people would not find men safe in general, because the ones who are supposed to be safe are not. This first one is from Tinder, and this is the first interaction I ever had with this man, and most of my messages end up like this. Again, first interaction, and he says that he wants to choke me. But but I've been choked, but not in a fun way. The guy almost killed me on purpose. Here's another one. This is from a guy who bullied me all throughout school and felt that the high was enough for him to send this. Again, he bullied me all through school. Same guy who bullied me, again, starts with a high, turns into this. And I'm too nice to block people, so I just end up ignoring them or stuff like this. And then that turned into the next message, him asking me for a favor. The answer was no. Different guy who also bullied me all through school. And again, I'm out of the country. What in any of this made you think that that was okay? And this one's from here on TikTok. Again, never talked to this guy. I don't think we've even interacted in a video comment section or anything. And this is the first thing that he says to me. How is anyone supposed to know if you're one of the guys who's gonna come up and just be like, hey, let's have a normal conversation, I'm a normal dude, or if you're one of the ones who is secretly sneaking into our DMs and sending messages like that? We don't know. It's safer for us to assume the worst and hope for the best. Hope this helps.
When did like going to the bar become like such a bad thing? I thought like being social and like going out with your friends was supposed to be healthy, and now it's like looked down upon. Just because I want to get a drink and can hang out with friends and meet new people does not mean that I'm like low value or passed around. I'm also in my 20s. What else is there to do? Like, this is like a very normal thing. And also, if you're not talking to any girls at the bar, where are you talking to girls? I would love to hear that.
Any woman who spends her nights in bars or clubs is seen as lacking self-respect. And if she isn't already viewed that way, she soon will be. There's nothing appealing about someone who puts herself on display for dozens or hundreds of men in one place.
Okay, let's talk about Australian men. This is my opinion only. Before I moved here, I was convinced that Australian men were going to be super extroverted, super charming, always wanting to chat to you, very open. But then when I moved here, I noticed that they don't approach women. Like, unless they have friends of friends that introduce you to them, they wouldn't talk to you. They wouldn't come over and say hi and introduce themselves, but they would do this. Like this with the eye. See the eye? Just not even turning the... This is my opinion only. I am running a survey for my own interest. I want to know why. Like, I don't have any Aussie friends. I believe that maybe they're scared to come across as creepy or invasive, but it's super strange to see. It's so weird, girl. Like, yeah.
Men around the globe have clearly received the message. Women are no longer worth pursuing. Now modern women are panicking because no matter the country, men simply aren't chasing anymore.
Men didn't stop approaching women because they got weak. They stopped because women got rude. Today, if a man says hello, he risks getting an eye roll, a disgusted face, or a dramatic reaction like he did something wrong. And some women act offended just because the man who approached isn't their type. And instead of saying no thank you, they react like he insulted them. And men are tired of being shamed for being respectful. Most guys are not scared of rejection, they are scared of humiliation. They don't want to be laughed at, recorded, or embarrassed on purpose. So good men don't approach anymore, not because they don't want to, because they don't want to be treated like trash for being polite.
Exactly. A man so much as looking in a woman's direction can feel like a serious risk. One wrong move, and his entire life could be destroyed.
Some women don't get asked out. Even when they're pretty and smart and have their whole life together. And a lot of people don't know this, but it has nothing to do with your value. Sometimes high value women, because that's what we are, get approached the least. And let me tell you why. First, you give off I'm good energy. You walk like you handle your own life. Men see that and think, well, she don't need me. Second, men are scared of rejection, like terrified. So if you look too put together, they assume you already got options, even when you don't. Third, you might look unapproachable without meaning to. Not in a rude way, just your face, your pace, your focus. Men only approach women who look relaxed and open. Fourth, a lot of men think you're already taken. Pretty women hear this all the time. I thought you had a man. So then they don't even try. And fifth, you may not be in spaces that make conversation easy. If your life is work, home, errands, and then work again, you won't cross paths with men who naturally start talking to you. But here's the truth. You can be beautiful, healed, kind, funny, and high value and still not get approached. It's not you, it's the perception of you. Men approach women who feel safe and easy to talk to, not always the best women. So don't overthink it. You're not the problem. Your energy is just strong. The right man won't be scared of that.
Just another person detached from reality, constantly avoiding responsibility. Accountability is dodged daily, while blame is shifted onto men for supposedly never being good enough.
Reasons men will not approach you. If you go out and men rarely approach you, you're doing it right. Contrary to what you might think, if you go out and you are constantly approached, you need to do the hokey pokey and turn your ass back around. Men do not approach what they feel they will be rejected by and what they feel they cannot afford. It's not your resting bitch face. It's the fact that they know they cannot afford you. If you're feeling discouraged when you go out because men do not approach you, I'm here to tell you you're doing all the right things. The point is not to get approached by every man. The point is to get approached by the right type of man. And if you're sitting there thinking, I could really give two flying Fs what men think, then this video obviously isn't for you. But let's not shame the women who are wondering why men aren't approaching them. Whether you want to believe it or not, a man will look at you and within the first 5 seconds know if he's going to approach you. He will do a full up and down, seeing, am I attracted to this woman and can I afford her? If the answer to either of those is no, he's not going to approach you. And if you're sitting there thinking, I'm always approached, oh my God, you look cheap, you look easy, and you look like you're going to say yes no matter what the hell they do. Getting approached by every man at the bar, club, or venue is not a good thing. One is better than all. Always. None, in my opinion, but if you want it, I love you.
Every day brings a new theory, a new progressive woman pushing bad advice that misleads others. Men walk away when they're disrespected. It's that simple. Thanks for watching MGTOW Voice. Show us your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Support us and help spread awareness for men around the world. We welcome a healthy debate and discussion, so feel free to comment and share your thoughts.